Welcome, everybody. I'm very happy to be today here with you to our today's online seminar with the title Doing a Doctorate in Germany. So I'm very happy that there seems to be a very big interest and demand. We see lots of persons who have registered for this event, and there are already lots of participants taking part in our today's seminar. So what we will do today is we will give you some information about how to do a doctorate in Germany. I will show you the German research landscapes, the different paths to do a doctorate, and then we will talk at the end about the funding opportunities from the DAAD, but also funding opportunities from other German organizations. So my name is Salha Neja. I work for the DAAD office in Tunis, and I will accompany you now through the next 60 minutes approximately. So if you have already participated in one of our online seminars, then you know that our seminars are always interactive. It means that you get at the beginning, you get at the beginning some information, but you will have the possibility to interact with us directly through the chat, especially through the chat. So the chat box will rest open through the whole seminar, and each question you will have in your mind, you can type it directly in the chat, and I will try to answer a maximum of questions we will get. You will also have the possibility to download some documents at the end. They will be printed to you. Just download them at the end, and don't forget it, because we will not be able to send them to you. So these were my my introductory words, and I would suggest to begin directly with the first slide. So this will be the content of today, and let's begin by introducing you the DAAD, the German Academic Exchange Service. DAAD is a German abbreviation of Deutscher Akademischer Austauschdienst. We are an independent organization, and our members are universities, research institutes, and also some student bodies. So we are independent because we do not belong to a certain German party, but we get our funds from different German ministries, like the Foreign Ministry, the Ministry of Higher Education, but also the Ministry of Development, and some funds are also coming from the European Union. Our headquarters is in Bonn. Bonn is the former capital of Germany, so you can see one of our buildings in the headquarters in Bonn. But we also have another office in Berlin, in the capital of Germany, and lots of other structures like branch offices, information centers, info points, all over the world in more than 60 countries. One of these structures is our regional office, which is located in Tunis, and which has been created in 2012. It was an initiative from the German Foreign Office directly after the revolution, and we have built office, which has been first of all an office only for Tunisia, but now it's developed, and it's a regional office for the Maghreb, for Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, and also for Libya. We have different activities here in the region. So we inform, first of all, about study and research in Germany, but we also give consultings for university partners, for alumni, for institutions like universities and research centers. We do different events. We offer trainings for university teachers, and so on. So the activities are really very, very diverse. Some really very, very brief information about the German research landscape, only to get a small impression. So some facts and figures. We have almost 1,000 institutions for science and research. They are public and also publicly funded. So it's really a very big number. They work in over 400 research networks and clusters, so different fields, more than 400. we have more than 700,000 persons working in research and development sector. Among them, also more than 400,000 researchers coming from all over the world. Of course, the big majority is German. And there are approximately 46,600 patent registrations. So here, Germany occupies the 5th place worldwide. And we have more than 400 institutions of higher education. So these are universities like the technical universities, universities of applied sciences, some private institutions, and special awards. Yes, that's it. So these are the different facts we have regarding the German research landscapes. If you want to do research in Germany, you can do it at different performing organizations. First of all, research could be done at universities of higher education. You can do research at in the industry. So there is some industrial research in Germany. And there's the possibility to do research at a research center or what we call a non-university research facility. We have different research institutes with different focuses, with different importances, if you want. But let's begin, first of all, with the Big Four, what we call the Big Four, maybe the most important and the biggest research institutes in Germany. Let's begin, first of all, with the Max Planck Society. The Max Planck Society is a non-profit research organization. We have more than 86, no, we have exactly 86 institutes in Germany, so abroad. They have their focus on natural sciences, on social sciences, and also in humanities. And you can find here their website, mpg.de. They do research, they offer also research scholarships and lots of important information. Just have a look on their website if you want to have further information about the Max Planck Society. A second very important research organization is the Fraunhofer Society. We have more than 70 facilities in Germany and also abroad. And Fraunhofer Society is very famous for its applied research. And the website is also here, fraunhofer.de. There you can find all the important information about them. The third very big important research organization is the Leibniz Association. We have 96 independent research institutions in Germany and also abroad, and they do applied by basic research. You find their website here, Leibniz-Gemeinschaft.de. Helmholtz This is the smallest among the four here. So there are only 19 research centers in Germany, and they have their focus on scientific, technical, and biological medical research. So these are for the Big Four, what we call the Big Four, to have a first impression about the research institutes, about their activities. And if you want to have further information about them, just have a look on their website. Let's be now a little bit more concrete regarding how to do a doctorate in Germany. If you want to do a doctorate in Germany, you need to ask yourself, first of all, lots of questions, we think. Why? Because doing a doctorate is a very, very big project. It's a project which dures lots of time. It's a project for which you need to be very well prepared. And that's why we have put here several questions. And if you tick all the questions with yes, then we encourage you to do a doctorate or to begin your doctorate in Germany. So I will not read for you all the questions, just would like to give you some examples, but maybe you can screenshot it or you can have a look later on it on YouTube. Maybe I've also forgot to tell you that our presentation is now registered and will be available on our YouTube channel, DAAD Easy. So if you say doing research is fun for me, I like it very much, then okay, tick it. If you also say I'm prepared to concentrate on a doctoral thesis for a long period, at least 3 years, maximum normally 5 years, then okay, this is also a very important issue. Then I know I can overcome periods of long motivations. It's a long period. Very normal that you will have maybe less motivation in another area, but it's important that you can overcome this this period. These are just some examples for you. Doing a doctorate, yes, so it's a very, very important question for the next years of your career. I would like to show you now the different paths how to do a doctorate in Germany. So we have different doctorate models. We have what we call the traditional model and the structured model. And let's begin to introduce you now the traditional, or what we also call the individual doctoral program, the individual or traditional model. So first of all, if you will choose, maybe first of all, it's a model which you certainly know from your home country, because it's a very common model to do a PhD in Germany, and almost 90% of the PhD are done through the individual doctoral program. You will be supervised by a university professor, which we call in Germany a Doktorvater or Doktormutter, Doctor Father, Doctor Mother. So you will be supervised by one person, which you will find out in advance. So you will search for your professor, which will be the best suited to supervise your research in the certain field in which you will work. And then you will work very independently. So it means that you work by yourself, and you will have different meetings with your doctor father or your doctor mutter, and there's not a structure, for example, or there's not a fixed time when you need to have the next thing, when you need to continue, when you need to finish, for example. So work really very, very intensely. That's why it requires a very good organization skill, and you need to be very self-disciplined. This kind of doctoral program normally provides you the freedom to explore your research, the research interest in what is important for you. The second path is the structured doctoral model. So we have only between 10 and 12% of the doctorates are done in Germany through the structured doctoral model. You will be, as a PhD candidate, integrated into a structure, or into a degree program, which are only integrated in what we call a training group, a school, or it will be a structure where you will be integrated and where you will be a member. And you will not only have a supervisor, but normally team of supervisors. You will be integrated in a whole team. You will get lots of support. It's a structured program, and the majority of these programs are offered completely in English. They have a very strong international orientation. And you will have lots of other colleagues in your field coming from all over the world. So this is very typical for the structured doctoral program. So these were the two models. Now, like you, a third possibility how you could find a position for your PhD. So we have a very, very interesting database for PhD, which we call PhDGermany.de. You find there different positions. The most or the majority of these positions are paid positions, but we also have some unpaid positions, and they offer they offer a PhD program in various fields. And need to, for at the moment there are 90 positions. It changes always regularly. So you need to have a look on it if you're interested in this. Then you need to filter your search, saying, for example, you are from the country X, you look for a PhD in the field Y, and so on. And then if you have identified a program which fits to your profile, then you can do directly an online application through this database directly. Doing a doctorate, you need to plan it. I've already mentioned it. And if you want to do your doctorate, then just consider the 4 finds what we have here prepared for you. So first of all, you need to find your field. It means that if you have already done your master program and maybe you have identified during your master thesis a certain field which you want to explore in more depth, for example, and where you are interested to work on it during the next years. So this is very important to identify, first of all, the field in which you wanna work during the next year. Find the field. Second point, find a supervisor or apply for a doctoral program. Supervisor, if you will choose an individual doctoral program, apply for a doctoral program in a training group or a graduate school in a structured program. So it means that it is a question what we always get. How can I find a supervisor? I want to do my PhD in Germany, but I do not have a supervisor. Can you help me to find a supervisor? It's a very common question and very important question. And here we can give you some recommendation. So first of all, if you want to find a supervisor, you need to do a very large research. It could be a small research via Google. It could be a research through ResearchGate. It could be a research via the different websites of German universities. So you look for the chair, and during the chair, you can maybe have a look what field is really offered at the University X, and you find always the professors responsible for the chair with the email address, so you need to contact them. I want to give you a recommendation, because I get this tip regularly from German professors who said, look, I get regularly lots of emails from PhD candidates coming from all over the world. And for the professor, it's important that you show during this email that you know the professor, that you have read something from him, that you have already done your research, and not just as a very general email, dear professor, I would like to be supervised by you, can you accept me? No professor will accept you with such an email. So it's really very, very important that you send individual emails, that you show to the professor that you have done a research, that you have chosen this person because of research matters, of course. So you need to show it. This is very important. There's also another way how you can find how you can find a supervisor during meetings. If you're lucky that a German professor, for example, comes to and also are present, so this is a very, very good opportunity to show yourself, to get in contact, in personal contact to the person, to the professor. So this is a very big and important opportunity for you. If you're not lucky, then not so lucky, then nowadays there are really lots of online events where German professors are invited, give a talk, present something in their fields. So it is easier than than in former days, to get in touch virtually to professors, to see what they do, to get in contact to them, to show that you have attended something. So this is very, very important, this personal contact. And even if it's only virtual, I think it's better than nothing. So these are some recommendations regarding point 2. So I've talked here very much, but I think that the point 2 is a very, very important point. And this is a point where we get lots of questions. The third question is find your project. So if you have identified the field, if you have found a supervisor, then you need to identify your project. So what do you want to look for? What is your final objective? What are your small objectives? In which period do you want to finish everything? With who do you want to work? What will be your approach, and so on. So these are all important questions regarding your project. And then, last but not least, find the financial resources. I know very well that lots of PhD candidates begin always with point 1. So I want to find a financial resource, and then I will look for the other points. But I think this is not the good approach. If you are really good in your field, if you're really strong, and you prepare yourself very well, then you will find in Germany financial resources, because there are really lots of opportunities. Of course, it's a very important aspect, it's a very important issue. You do not need to neglect it, but you need first of all to look for the other points. So normally I do not read the questions, but I have read here a question from Leila. She said, so study in Germany is normally for free. There are some exceptions, and doing a doctorate is also normally for free. But if you want to live in Germany, you will need at least 861 euros per month to live there, to guarantee your life, to pay your monthly rent, to eat, to pay your transportation, and so on. So this is money which is needed, and without financial resources, you will not be able to do your PhD in Germany. So for the German embassy, you need to show that you have either a scholarship or any fund, or that you have your own funds. Okay. So next slide. Funding programs. What are the funding programs for doctoral candidates? Maybe you know that the DAAD is one of the biggest scholarship organizations worldwide. We have for the Maghreb 2 regular program, programs which we get in a regular base every year. But there are lots of other opportunities also offered from other organizations, which I will show you later. First of all, let's begin with our programs. We have the program Research Grants, what we call research grants. This is a doctoral program which could be done at a German institutions of higher education or at a research center. So you can choose between an individual project or a structured program. And you can do here the PhD in Germany or only parts of your PhD. So we offer you 4 different types. So the full doctorate program, which will be funded for a period of 4 years. We have what we call the binationally supervised program. It means that you will have alternate stays between Germany and your home country. We have the 1-year grant. It means that you are enrolled in your home country and you will have a 1-year stay in Germany. And the short-term grant, the same principle. You will be enrolled in your home country and you will have a short stay in Germany between 1 and 6 months. So these are the 4 types. You can apply for it if you have at least an excellent master degree from all subjects. It's open to all subjects without exceptions. And the application deadline will be normally 31st of August in 2022. So this is the best time now to prepare yourself. If you want to apply for this program, then this is a very good time now to prepare yourself, because there are lots of documents which we need. So you need, first of all, an invitation from a German research lab, which could be a university or research center, as I've already said. So you need to look for it. You need to contact the professors. You need to get this invitation letter from a German host. The second important document is normally the project. So you need to present your project in a maximum of 10 pages, where you explain what you will do during which period, and so on. So this is your research project. You will need very good knowledge of English levels, so you need to pass normally the TOEFL or the IELTS. These are the two language certificates which we can accept. If you will do your research in German, then you need a high level of German knowledge. So it depends on what you will do. And there are lots of other documents, but maybe these are the key documents, the most important documents. And I see here another question: could an engineering degree holder also apply? If you are from Tunisia, normally it's possible, but you need to get the exception from the German university. If the German university says, yes, we can accept him to be enrolled directly to a PhD degree, then we as the funding organization can accept it. Then we have another program, which is a very special program, because this is a program which we offer in cooperation with the German Aerospace Center, which we call in German the DLR Center. So it means that you cannot choose any research institution, but you can do the research only at a German DLR. And this scholarship is not open to all fields like the other one, but to a very special field, namely for the field of space, aeronautics, energy, and also transportation. So you need to have ended your master degree with a very high qualification, and then you can apply for 3-year programs, which dures normally 36 months. If you want to get to know the application deadline, if you want to see the details, the current positions which are offered at the DLR Center, then you need to have a closer look on this website. You can see here daad.de/DLR or on our scholarship database funding-guide.de. So these are the two scholarship programs we offer regularly for Maghrebinian students. But there, as I've already said at the beginning, there's not only the DAAD who offers scholarships, but other to our students. You can see here the different organizations we have from maybe you know that Germany is a federative state divided into 16 länder, 16 states. You can have on the different programs offered by the länder, for example. We have also fundings coming from the federal government directly. There are lots of funding possibilities from the political foundations. So we have in the Maghreb lots of political foundations located directly in the Maghreb. In Tunisia, for example, there are all political foundations located here, and they offer also scholarships. And of course, there's also funding from the industry. So just have a look on our scholarship database, which I will show you now. The scholarship database is funding-guide.de. You find, first of all, the programs of the DAAD, but in a second round, you also find the scholarship programs offered by the other German organizations. Further information before I stop and before I will have a closer look on your questions. So if you want to have more information about how to do a PhD, the different types of the PhD, different models, the funding opportunities, so on and so on, then just have a look on this very, very important link, which is here, researchingermany.org. This is the most important link today, because you will find a special site about the PhD. Just have a look on it, because it will help you, I think, a lot if you still need further information, because I've now given you during this 30 minutes the most important information. But if you want to have the information in more depth, then you really need to have a look on this website. And last but not least, before I end, I would like to give you here the save the date. So first of all, if you want to get in touch with us, if you want to call us and ask your questions directly via phone, maybe later, or maybe when you have a closer look on the different websites we have given to you, then you can call us every Wednesday between 2 and 3:30 Tunisian time on the following number here. You can call us via phone or also via WhatsApp and ask all your questions during this time. So every Wednesday, tomorrow will be a consultation via phone. If you are an engineer in the second year, or if you know a Tunisian engineer this year, then you can him or her about the new call we get. It will be available from today. An internship scholarship program for Tunisian engineers to do the PFE there. So I think the actual candidates, but if you know another, if you know someone, then you can inform this person about the new call. And last but not least, we offer an online seminar together with UniAssist. If you want to study in Germany, then the next online seminar with UniAssist will take place for about 3 weeks, April 5th. Registration link will be soon available on our website. So I think this was my last slide for you at the moment. There will be some useful links available for you later and also on our YouTube channel, but I think I will stop now here and I will have a closer look on your questions. Just write them if you will have the questions later, then just write them in the chat box and I will try to answer them all. So I need to look for the questions. So the documents will be soon available, I think, Sirin, now. Here's the first question about the documents. It's not a link, but you could do the download then. So Sirin will give them to you immediately. Does anyone work with linguists? From Amira, I do not understand your question here. So you can do your PhD if I have well understood your question. So you can do your PhD in any field. Could be also in linguistics, and German linguistics, and English linguistics, and so on. So if this was your question, but if I've not well understood it, then you can maybe explain it to me. Then from Zina, I have a question. I'm an engineering student. Will I have the right to directly doctorate without master? Thank you. So it depends on the university. This is not a question which could be answered by us, because every university in Germany is free to decide whether they could accept it or not. So you need to check with the university, and for us as an organization, scholarship organization, we can accept it if we see that the university will accept you. So you need a document from the university which will confirm this. Isn't the DAAD supposed to be funded scholarship? Yes, we offer scholarships, but we do not offer scholarships for everyone. We have excellent scholarships, so we look for the best students, and we try to fund them. So funding opportunities are available through the DAAD, but not for everyone. Online doctorate, here's a question about it. I do not know. So I think that it's a little bit difficult to do your doctorate completely online, but you need to check with the university. If a university offers it, okay. Nowadays with COVID, maybe it's possible. I do not know it. Next question from Siddiq: How I can approve a German doctor father or mother to help me in this project? So I've already talked very long about this aspect. So you need to be convincing. You need to be convincing regarding your research, why it is important that the doctor father will choose you, for example. What is your asset? What is the benefit for the German supervisor to choose you? Because it's always win-win, you know. It should be always win-win. So the German professor should normally have also some benefits if you will choose you. Okay. Then Osama, can I apply while I'm still working on my master thesis, which is expected to be finished in October or November 2022? It depends on the university, first of all. Regarding us, for example, for us as the scholarship organization, it's possible, but we need to get the master diploma between October and November. It means that we have always a two-step selection, and we finish our first step here in Tunisia normally between October and November, and before you your documents to our headquarters to do the second step, we need to have your diploma. So if you will get it between October and November, then it's possible. We had such a case last year and it worked well. Does the DAAD offer a funded scholarship? Yes, Hussein, you have seen normally the funding opportunities here, research grant and the DLR fellowships. These are the two scholarship programs. Sirine asks, is it okay to email more than one professor from the same department to enhance the possibility of acceptance? Thank you. Yes, normally it's okay if both works in the field in which you would like to do your research. It's okay. Sorry. So you need to be convincing. That's it. So there's normally no problem. Then Mariam, I want to ask if there are industrial research like PhDs who are held in the industry itself and not in the universities. Yes, of course we have it. I have shown you this here through this slide. I didn't give you more details, but normally it's possible. So this is what we call industrial research. You will be linked to a certain enterprise, for example, and you will do your research there. You will have a supervisor there, a specialist in this field, and you will mostly industrial research is mostly paid because it's a paid position, and normally it's possible. We have a special brochure for industrial research. So Mariam, if you are interested in this case, then you can send us an email. We have them in our office, but I think that this brochure is also available online. Just send us an email, we'll check it, and if you'll find it, we'll send it to you. And there you will find really lots of information about industrial research. Ahmed is asking, thank you for the presentation. I have a question that is not related to doctorate. What is this? Doctorate scholarship. I'm sorry, I hold a Tunisian citizenship and I do a postdoc in France since 2018. I'm planning to submit an application for Prime DAAD Marie Curie actions. I have where is it? Here. I have a German and a Swiss partner. My question is, a Swiss university partner eligible to such a scholarship? Yes, it's eligible, Ahmed. No problem for this question. So for the Prime, we didn't present it today because it's a postdoc program. It's a postdoc scholarship program. And this program, for this program, you need 2 invitation letters, one from Germany and one from another country, which is not Germany and which is not your home country. So it could be any partner from all over the world. So it could be also a Swiss partner, no problem for it. Then we have Mohammed. How and where can I find out about doctoral and research? How and where can I find out about doctoral and research industry? About doctoral and research industry. So, sorry, Mohammed, I've already given here some very general information. This is true. And if you need information in more depth, then I invite you to have a look on this link, Research in Germany. You'll find lots of information about research industry, about how to do a doctoral degree, and so on. This is a link or a website made by the German Ministry of Higher Education. And so you find there really very, very strong and good information, and information which are, of course, also up to date. Okay. Just 1 minute. I need to check the role of my colleague. Just Sirin, check if it's now okay for you. Then we have here Mohammed. What about the students who studied the German language as foreign language in didactic fields? Yes, you can do your PhD in didactics. It's there's no problem for it. So the PhD programs are open. For example, our scholarship program is open to all fields. It could be also open to them. I'm really sorry. To those who works in didactic or in German as a foreign language. Everything is possible. Rania is asking, I'm a Germanistic student. I already got my master's. Is there a full doctorate scholarship? Yes. Rania, this is this program. I've already said that the program Research Grant, which is this program here, is open to all fields. There's no restriction, okay, from all subjects. You can see it here. So you can apply for it, but you need to find, first of all, your project, your exact study field. You need to find a supervisor. You need to have your project, and then you can apply for it. Then Suhail is asking, what if I get accepted for PhD, but no funding is available? What do you recommend in this case? So in this case, you need to have really a very strong look. Check with the universities. Sometimes they have also funds, or they have ideas. Sometimes they are able to offer you a position, maybe to give some hours to teach. So there are normally really lots of possibilities in Germany. If you do not have it, then you need to for your visa application, you need to show that you have enough money to live in Germany without having a problem. So in this case, you need to fund your PhD by yourself, or your living. They are normally living costs. They are not costs which you need to give to the university, but really your living costs. This is important. So in this case, this could be an approach. Then Mohammed is asking, are there opportunities for physiotherapists, doctorate or master? So master programs, you can find them, and I will write you here in the chat. I need to check and cannot My Guide, yes. So we have our portal, which is called My Guide. I've sent it to you. On My Guide, you can find 20,000 study programs available at more than 400 universities, and you need to check what opportunities there are in the field for a physiotherapist. Doing a doctorate in this field would be a little bit difficult, but you need to check, you need to do your research, you need to check the universities. I think it would be a little bit difficult, but I cannot give you a guarantee for it. Then what is this? We had this question. We've already read it. Then Mohammed, how well should my grade be in master to be accepted for doctoral scholarships? So grades are important for us. For our scholarship program, we look for excellence. So we check your grades, we see what you have done, what are the results. So it's an important aspect. It's not the only aspect which is important for us, but it's one strong aspect what we will check normally when we get your file. Is there any doctorate research in design and architecture? Yes, there is, Lue. So you need to check it. As I've already said, our program Research Grants is open to all fields, also in the field of design and architecture. Just look for a professor or look for a study program, doctoral study program to do this research there. Okay, then look for other question. I'm a PhD student in the medical field. I want to complete my research in Germany. Is it possible? Yes, you need to find your field, of course. Find your field. What do you want to do exactly? So if you have finished your medical studies, then you need to find your field in which you will work. You need to find your supervisor. So I will put you here the 4 finds. Find the field, find the supervisor, find your project, and then find the scholarship, the financial resources or the scholarship program. So this is the condition here to find the 4 finds. Okay. Then Umayma, I want to ask about the sandwich program, please. Okay, Umayma, you can ask. Sandwich program is normally in the framework of our program Research Grants. We have 4 different types, and one type is what we nowadays call the binationally supervised program. Before it had the name sandwich program. So just ask your question, Umayma. Hiba, thank you very much for the presentation. I'm a master graduate. I've just presented my project in February and obtained the Note 15 with honor good in the field of Germanistic. Congratulations, Hiba. And I plan on doing a doctorate in Germany like all the participants here today, I guess. Can I apply for a doctorate with 15 as a mark? Yes, it's possible. It's a good mark. And of course, you can apply for it. And I need to enter in contact with the German universities. Paderborn could be a German university, of course. Yes, of course you can apply for it. You need to have a supervisor. You need to have your research project. It will be competitive because we get lots of application from all the region, and our scholarships are excellent scholarships. So you need to be among the best. And hopefully that you will select it then. I'm really sorry, I have a problem today. Then Esma, how can I subscribe in a stipendium? I have a master in Morocco and I want to apply for a second one in Germany. So you want to do a PhD in Germany in the field of, in which field? I can't see the field, but if you want to apply for our scholarship program here, Research Stay, you have here our database, scholarship database, funding managers guide. Check in the scholarship database this program, Research Grants. You can see it here, Research Grants. Check the program, read it in a detailed form. You can find on our YouTube channel, DAAD Tunisie, former recordings from about this topic, how to apply for a DAAD scholarship. just have a look on it, and we will offer, of course, a new one this year also, normally in the next months. Then look for the next questions. Is there a limitation regarding the age to apply? I'm an engineer, graduated years ago with long professional experience. There's no age limitation, but your last degree should not be older than 6 years. Then Suhail, I have read already the question of Suhail. Then Henia, please, I need to know if Center Research in Germany give a scholarship for PhD. Yes, I've already presented some examples of research centers. Here the big four: Max Planck Society, Fraunhofer Society, Leibniz Association, Leibniz Gemeinschaft, and the Helmholtz Association. Just some examples. They offer scholarship, and we also had here some other German organization which also offer scholarships. So just have a look on them, and you find them all on our scholarship database, which I've marked you here in violet. Okay, then Mahjoub. Did I need to check with German universities to get a supervisor, or can I personally send an email to him? So you need normally to contact him directly. At each university, you find an international office. You can do it also through the international office, but I really recommend you to contact the supervisors directly. So here another question from Saida. I have my last diploma in 2014. Can I apply for a scholarship of the DAAD? No, unfortunately, it's not possible because your last degree should not be older than 6 years. And here we have passed the 6 years. Are the deadlines for 2022? Yes, you can see it here. Deadline for the program research grant will be 31st of August 2022. Mira, basically, I finished my master's degree in German pragmalinguistics, and I would it be acceptable to write my doctorate thesis in another subfield of linguistics? Normally, yes, it's possible, but it's not up to me to answer this question. You need to look for a supervisor. You need to discuss with him the subject you would like to work on it, and so on. So it's up to the supervisor to decide, but normally it's possible. Fedi is asking, PhD in English language is possible? Yes, the majority of the PhDs in Germany are in English. And I've completed my studying since 6 years. Is it okay? So for the DAAD scholarship, the last degree should not be older than 6 years when you apply for a program, for the scholarship program. Shede, hello, I'm working in Germany as an engineer. How can I do PhD in my job? So you need to check with your company where you work if this possibility is given or not. There are some companies which accept this case, and others which do not accept it. So you need to check it with the company. Next question, I would like to know also if you have an idea about which level are we supposed to have as Germanistic doctoranden before starting this process. You need to have a very high level of German, proved by certification, and we need to get from the German supervisor the information that your German level would be enough to do your PhD in Germany. And of course, we will invite you to a personal interview. We'll talk to you in German to check whether this level is really enough or not. You're welcome, Emira. Then, is there a limitation regarding the age to apply? So we have already answered this question, Suhail. There's no limitation, but the last degree should not be older than 6 years. Shade, I found some possibilities, but I have to pay too much money. So you need to look for other possibilities, I think. From Miriam, for a medical doctorate, does my university in Tunisia have to be linked, or does it have to be to approve of my of my work with a foreign professor and university. So it depends what you want to do. If you will do your whole PhD in Germany, then you don't need to be linked to your German university, to your Tunisian university. If you will do parts of your PhD, for example, in Germany and other parts in Tunisia, then of course it had to be linked. You need to check with your university, with your home university, whether it's possible to do parts in Germany and so on. So it depends on what you want to do exactly. Can a medical doctor apply for a PhD in a German university? Yes, it's possible, because we have said that this program, this scholarship program, is open to all subjects without restriction. Hello, thank you for the presentation. Is there a minimum score for the TOEFL? For our scholarship program, yes, we need at least 86 points. For the TOEFL, for the IELTS, we need at least 6.5, band 6.5. So this is the minimum which is demanded for the scholarship. Jamay is asking, are you limited by PhD thesis subjects offered by universities, or you have the freedom to select your thesis and find your PhD sponsor? I didn't get well this question. I'm really sorry, I didn't get it. I do not understand what you want to know here exactly. I just want to read it once again. Are limited by PhD thesis subjects offered by universities. So you can, I didn't understand it, Jemai. Maybe you can explain it once again for me. Okay, we've already seen all these questions. Ale, do you offer exchange programs? Yes, in the framework of a cooperation between for example, a Tunisian university and a German university. If there is a cooperation, there are also exchange programs in both sides. So you need to check with your university if there are such cooperations, and in this case, DAAD funds the exchange. Then Mehdi, how can I submit an application for a doctorate fund? I have already found a supervisor. In this case, please visit here the website, the database funding-guide.de. Look for this program, Research Grants. We offer 4 different types: the full doctorate in Germany, binationally supervised program, 1 year, and short term. Choose one of them, check what is demanded, and then you can also contact us once again when you have further questions. But first of all, read very, very carefully the call. Then, thank you for this presentation. I have a master's degree in German literature and civilization. Can I apply for the program or not? Yes, of course, because this program is open to all fields. I'm a PhD student and I have a supervisor from Germany. I was there for an internship and I need more time. So in this case, you can check whether this program could be important for you, short-term grants, but knowing that you will apply in August 2022 and you will get the answer only in March 2023. So it's up to you to decide whether this time schedule could be good for you or not. Can I apply for a second master in Germany before applying for a doctoral program? Normally it's possible. If your university accepts you, then you can do it. Usama is asking, is it necessary to find a German supervisor and a research topic before applying for a doctorate scholarship? Absolutely. You need to have, first of all, your supervisor and your research work in which you'll work, your research field and a research project in which you will work, and then you can apply for the scholarship. Okay, so unfortunately, I can see that there are still really lots of questions. Time is running. Time is over, if you want. and I cannot continue to answer all your questions, but I invite you here, first of all, to call us tomorrow if you are interested in. If you have still a question which could not be answered today, then call us tomorrow, and there we can try to answer your question. You can also send us an email. You can see it here, info@daad.tn. Send us an email with your question and we will try to answer it as soon as possible. Or just visit our website, visit our YouTube channel, or our Facebook page, DAAD Tunisie, if you need more information. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your question, your interest. So Cyrine, my colleague, has already prepared you here the different files, which you can download now. Just do it. And it will be available for the next couple of minutes. Download them now as soon as possible, and then we will you can have a look on them. And if you have then further questions, I've showed you now the channels, how you can reach us, how you can contact us. Thank you once again for your attention. Thank you, Cyrine, for the technical support. I wish you a very nice evening, and bye-bye.